Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at TikToks about how things actually work.
This is what your foot looks like on point without a point shoe.
And this is why orthopedic injuries are so common in ballet dancers, things like stress fractures or ankle injuries.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I've seen little ballerinas doing them little twirls, it genuinely scares me. I kind of wanted to be a ballerina whenever I was younger, but I realized it's really not for me. Then people literally dance around a little floor so elegantly and like stand on the tips of their toes. I've got hammer toe, so that wouldn't happen with me.
Cupid's on and the door is closed. Let's see what we can do. So the weakest point of the glass is right here.
What's this doing?
Some of you want me to try the middle of the window. Let's try that out. And some of you wanted me to tap it before I do it.
I don't know what that was, but if you do know, comment down below. I thought that was like one of them little instruments that you use to like smash open a car window if you're like stuck in it. I don't know if that's a weak instrument or if that glass is extremely strong. But I mean, I'm telling you right now, if I'd done something like that to my mum's car window, it would literally shatter it in a second.
You have squiggly lines in your head. This is the top of a real human skull, and these squiggly lines are called cranial sutures, and these are actually joints. This is the location where different bones are actually meeting up. So this bone here is called the parietal bone, and then in front here we have, surprise, surprise, the frontal bone. Well, this suture here is the link, the actual location where the frontal bone joins with the parietal bone. In fact, this one running down the center is where the two parietal bones meet with one another.
I'm not gonna lie, that literally sounds like hocus pocus to me. Basically what I learned is that your brain skull has little squiggly lines on it. Was that an actual skull that he had? A while ago I started feeling my head and I realized there's points in my skull that are kind of pointy. It makes me feel queasy talking about it, so let's move on to the next TikTok. Oh!
Manicurists love to cut your cuticles, but as a dermatologist, I highly advise against it. The cuticles are designed to protect the skin barrier and the nails, so cutting them can lead to irritation, infection, and worse, it can lead to nail damage. So don't let them do this.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, did you see the way that thing got snipped off? I would never ever let somebody do that to me. I'm looking at my cuticles right now and I don't even think you could snip them. Nah, I'm sorry, that literally looks like it'd be so painful. Are you telling me they literally snipped the cuticles? Oh my god, absolutely not.
What's going on here? This is the way that orthopedic surgeons fix bones. We'll use a clamp to hold the bones together. After that, we'll drill, and we use a special drill technique called lag by technique, where we actually over drill the first hole. This allows compression between the bone ends and gets the fracture to heal better. We'll put a plate on after that. You'd like at least 3 screws on each side of the fracture, and then 2 to 3 months and the bones will heal together.
Oh my god, so if somebody like really damages their bone and they have to get like a metal plate or something metal put into their leg, that's what they do. I'm sorry, no, like if I actually broke my leg really badly, I just let my leg fall off. I'm not gonna let somebody put screws like that into my leg, are you kidding me? Oh my god, imagine if they went up to like a magnet, would a magnet literally stick to their leg? That honestly sounds like a nightmare if you're going for an airport.
This is what you need to know about the flesh-eating STD that's spreading in the UK. This rare sexually transmitted disease causes beefy red ulcers to appear on the genital and anal areas. It's known as Donovanosis. It's usually restricted to more humid climates, Brazil, India, New Guinea, but it's rising in the UK. This terrifying STD caused by the bacteria Klebsiella granulomatis not only causes bloody sores and ulcers which can get infected, but also increases the risk of HIV transmission. To find out if you have this, the test will involve skin scrapings and a blood.
Oh my god, and that is why I don't have intercourse. I'm a virgin, and you wanna know something? Don't come for me about it. Get it? Don't come. It's like a side joke. I'm just not interested. I'll lose it whenever I'm ready to lose it. That's quite scary how STDs work, aren't they? Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, all I know is that they're like a disease you get from intercourse, and that is why I always wear protection. Okay, so this is a time lapse of nails growing, and I think this is honestly so interesting. Like, I used to do this whenever I was younger. Sounds really weird, but basically I would literally take a photo of my nail every single day and then just like put it into a time lapse. Them videos are honestly so interesting. Like, I don't know why I love it. I really wanted to do one of them videos where you take a photo of yourself every single day for like 10 years. But, like, I literally would have just given up after 20 days.
People called this homeowner crazy, but he had the last laugh. In 2016, Brazoria, Texas had lots of floods. Everyone had to evacuate except one man named Randy Wagner. He bought a gigantic rubber tube named an aquadam. He unraveled this around his house and filled it up. All of his neighbors laughed at him and said, "That will never work and your house will flood." But Randy ignored his neighbors. Days later, the entire town flooded and everyone had to evacuate except Randy. Randy's house was like a tiny island seen from above. Randy's house was totally fine, but all of his neighbors who laughed at him had to pay millions of dollars in repairs.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it does look a bit ridiculous. How would you literally get a car into the garage? I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't like that, but how does the water not go underneath? It's probably got to do with some type of scientific reason, but I mean, that's kind of cool. In the end, his house was protected.
That's how your eyes actually work, and it will blow your mind. First, light enters through the cornea, which is dome-shaped to help focus. Then, it passes through the pupil, which isn't actually a black circle in your eyeball, but actually a hole. It is black because there's no light inside your eye. And this is why in flash photos, you might see your eyes turn red, as the blood vessels at the back glow red as the flash bounces off them. Nerves and special receptors then turn the light into nerve impulses, which the brain can then decode. And this allows us to see.
I mean, that just sounds like hocus pocus yet again, but it is actually quite interesting. Whenever I was younger, my mum did tell me if you ever put something through, like the black hole, it will literally ruin your eyesight, so don't do that. I just think it's so fascinating how eyes work. Like, we literally have eyes to see things, and some people don't have sight, which is quite sad and scary. Honestly, you guys, we're all blessed. What is that? Okay, I think that person had just got their teeth done. They had like dentures or something like that, because that's not something I want to see. What's that called that you like floss with? It's floss. Did you see the way the floss went through the teeth? I'm not gonna lie, you guys, that was scary.
Have you ever wondered how a hip replacement is performed? After the surgical approach is done, the damaged femoral head is removed and a new stem is inserted. The socket is then reamed and cleaned up and a new socket is placed. The hip is reduced and taken through a range of motion and ready for immediate weight bearing.
Whenever I was younger, I used to always say, oh, I'm gonna push over an old granny so she's gonna get a hip replacement. I didn't realize that's what they're actually like. So you're telling me they literally have like a little thingy in their hip? I mean, that would make a lot of sense considering they literally need a hip replacement. I don't know if I've told you this before, but I'm kind of scared of like surgery, blood, hospitals, anything to do with like that stuff. Like, I'm telling you right now, if I was in the same room as a woman giving birth to a baby, I'd faint. So God bless my soul if I ever have to go in for a surgery like that, because I will not make it out alive.
It's what actually happens to your knuckles when you crack them. Don't crack your knuckles, you'll get arthritis. Well, that's a lie you've been told by your parents your whole life. Contrary to popular belief, cracking your knuckles doesn't actually contribute to the development of arthritis. When you quickly pull a joint in the fingers, the joint capsule stretches and the bubbles that have built up pop.
I have heard of that. Like, apparently arthritis doesn't come from cracking your fingers. I'm not gonna lie, I never really cracked my fingers. It made me feel ill. Like, I hated it whenever people crack their fingers. Oh god, oh, I heard that. But like, if I go like that, I don't crack. It's weird. Oh my god, I was literally talking about how I feel queasy after some things, and cracking my fingers makes me feel queasy. I don't know exactly what this is, but basically these people are putting fake teeth over these people's real teeth. I think it's crowns. I'm not sure if it is. But as you can see, they've basically got a completely new smile. I think my dad's got a few of them. Basically, you keep your real teeth, but they just stick fake teeth onto your original teeth. It can make your teeth look quite good, but I could not do that. Like, I feel like I tried to pull it off. Also, I'd say my teeth aren't that bad. Like, my teeth are quite good. Maybe in the future, if my teeth start to rot, I'll get crowns like that. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're a person, big red subscribe button. And yes, I'll see you all in my next video.